I'm joined today with legit day one seller, Rabih Rizk. Rabih is somebody we've had on the channel once before, but it's been several years. So I'm looking forward to some great stuff from him today. And I hope that you are too. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat and we'll get to them at the end because he's got some great stuff to share with us. Rabih, how's it going?
Great, man. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. First of all, can you just give us a little background on yourself, your origin story, what you're doing now, all that kind of stuff, and then we'll go from there.
Sure. First of all, thank you, Chris, for having me again. It's always a pleasure to be with you and your followers as well. And I've been. My name is Rabih Rizk. Whoever who knows me, I've been doing SEO for marketing in general for over than 15 years, and I have the marketing agency, and for the past couple years, I've been building tools and trying to automate my SEO process in the agency. And then from last year, I decided to actually start my own SaaS and building tools and share it with the community. And I've been building also like free tools that could help and automate a lot of stuff in the SEO industry. And today I would love to show the tools and what we do and how we automate things.
Excellent. Now you focus, I associate you with well, it used to be called Google Maps, whatever it's called now, Google Business Profile, which is grammatically terrible. So I never have found a good way to say that, but that's kind of your focus when it comes to SEO, right? Or do you do other stuff as well?
I focus. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, 1 second. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I focus a lot on local SEO. I like to deal with a lot of local businesses, from dentists to plumbers to anybody who's looking to reach out to the local business. So that's why I focus on the maps and local organically as well. I do have a few nationwide customers, but since day one, when I joined Legiit, the main service that I had, which is the map points or map citations, basically, which used to work like a magic bullet back then. Right now, it still works, but you have to do a lot more for it to make it rank. But yeah, my focus was on the maps, and still is. Most of my tools are for local. And with all the AI coming out right now, I do have a tool for AI generation that I focus. It has a mode for local SEO mode as well, so that it creates city and services for all the cities that you service.
Interesting. So I absolutely hate, I'm just going to call it Google Maps because it's the easiest thing to say.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate doing Google Maps. Why does that appeal to you?
The value for the customers. It appeals to me because, if the first thing you do if you need any service, if you lock your door, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to go to Google and search for whoever locksmith near you. And you're going to call that number on if you're not on the map pack, and if you're not showing as good on the maps, you're not going to get those calls. So plumbers, service, see, on a daily basis, you pick up the phone if you want to eat anything or if you want any service. So the value, basically.
Okay. Do you work with specific niches, or are you general?
I didn't niche down. I would like to niche down for a medical field. So anything medical, dentists, physicians. I've been working lately with urgent cares, and we've been getting great results, and they're extremely happy. Because these businesses have, a budget, a good budget to spend. So, like my customer, he said, he's spending over 30,000 with Google Ads, and he said, the few months he was with me, he's getting better results than Google Ads and organic results. So that's
for those of you in other countries, an urgent care it's kind of like a privately owned emergency room that we have here in the United States because our healthcare system sucks. And that's a way that people that need help quickly, that don't want to wait 12 hours in an emergency room, can go get help. So,
exactly.
I figured I have a lot of non-Americans, so I figured they may not know what that is.
Thank you.
Not the. I'm resisting the urge to go off on that topic. What about that? Why medical? Why does that appeal to you?
The budget, sometimes you work with smaller, I don't want to say smaller, but they don't have the budget to spend on, right? And I mean, again, I look at the value, what I'm going to give to the customer, right? If the customer value they're selling, if their average ticket is $50 and I'm ranking them, or $20 or whatever the number is, and then I'm ranking them really high, you wouldn't be able to charge much as a service, right? Because your value is kind of but with the urgent care and medical field, it's like $300 to $1,000 per ticket or per patient, basically. That's why it sucks, because it's all about numbers in the States right now. But yeah, so the value, give it more. So I would like to deal with less customers. So I would have 5 or up to 10 customers, and that's it. I don't want to have a big, but that's for the agency part. I mean, my ultimate goal is to enhance my tools and just focus on my tools.
Okay, I can certainly relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you did more than SEO too. I remember years ago you do like some print stuff, right? Because I remember years ago you sent me a box of Legiit stickers.
I mean, the story, it actually started. I'm majored in graphic design, right? And I started photography, wedding photography, when I came to the United States from Lebanon about in 2004. So one of the first side jobs was professional photography, and then that turned to my major graphic design. I'm like, I could do your website. I could do your business card. Then it took it from business card to logo design, then to website creation, then to SEO. And I had a printer, a large format printer, so we used to do stickers, and that's when I sent you some stickers, I believe. I totally forgot about that.
I have a fantastic memory. That's my superpower. So
yeah.
I don't use them anymore, but I used most of them. The only reason I don't use them anymore is because we've gone through a couple logos since then.
Yeah.
I used most of them anyway. So
true. But I mean, it's just like I'm always looking to the next thing. So that's why, it's nice to start with, like right now we're working in SEO, and I'm trying to find, launch my tools and focus on the SaaS. So that's.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I know a lot of agency owners, I guess myself included, that have decided to launch whether software or other assets rather than just the agency. Can you talk about why you wanted to do that? And then we'll get into the SaaS itself.
Personally, it's the challenge. I'm not a person who likes the repetitive daily tasks. I really not good at that, right? And so the main goal was first to get the something challenging to do. The second goal is to have an income that comes in on a recurring income for the customers, right? So you only have to, you develop your work for probably years or months on it, and then then you have to focus on your business as support and how to maintain your customers, to maintain retention. It's basically better income for it first. So I think, yeah. And first of all, is the challenge, and that I love to do it. It's something new. Second is the actual income. It's, recruiter income from multiple vendor or multiple customers. That's make it easier, I guess.
It's easier to exit in the future too, if you decide to go that direction.
I was very surprised that the exit is like 30x and 20x. I mean, I own, I do a lot of, I do have a couple of restaurants right now with my brothers and everything. Like, restaurant do $50,000 to $100,000 sales a month, right? And still is not worth 10x, probably worth 3x of the profit what you make, right? With the SaaS, I mean, you're a team of 3 or 4 people, and if your MRR is or your annual income is revenue from it is 100,000, you could sell it for $1 million. You could sell it for 600,000, because the potential of it, if you show them what you're doing, and hey, if you put more ads, and you could probably, the potential of it to be way more if you showed success. And yeah, so I'm very surprised, like it's 10, 20x.
Yeah, that's some people's entire model is to create the minimum viable product, test it to the market, scale it just a little bit, and then sell it. Like that's their whole business. Personally, I don't like that. I want to build something good, but
True.
not that those aren't necessarily good. But anyway,
So
do you want to tell us about what your software is and maybe show us some stuff?
Oh, sure. Would love to share my screen.
Okay, so what you're going to do is there's a little ribbon at the bottom. You're going to click present, and then I'll add it to the screen.
Okay.
Thank you for liking my video, Abu. You don't have to keep saying it. I appreciate it. I've seen it. I acknowledge it. Please stop saying it.
Okay. Sorry, just trying to see which.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave if you don't stop spamming that. Please. I appreciate that you like my video. You got to be on screen. I appreciate the support. I get it, but now you need to stop. All right, hang on a second while I deal with this. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll go ahead and share the screen and let you get started. All right, go for it.
Perfect.
Abu.
All right, thank you. So first of all, this is gonna be a quick slide, about 10 slides actually, but I'm gonna go through them really quick. It's just I put the value stuff, and at the end I'm gonna share a coupon code for the tool. So this way, please stay to the end so you could get the code as well. So my name is Rabih Rizk. I'm the driving force behind BlogStorm.ai and Pack SEO ToolBox. I'm very passionate about SEO and innovative tech. I have over 15 years of marketing experience, and I focus on local SEO and AI solutions. As a founder of Pack SEO ToolBox and BlogStorm, I aim to enhance local search visibility and enhance the content creation in general, basically. So Pack SEO ToolBox offers tools like auto schema, which is schema optimization with entities and KML file generations, while BlogStorm provides AI-driven bulk content creation. Now, so why local SEO matter? Chris just asked me a few minutes ago about why SEO, or why you focus on local SEO. So the challenge of SEO is getting noticed in local search results feels like finding a needle in a haystack, right? So why it's tough? It's the changing algorithm and keeping up with SEO best practices, and outsmarting your competition is a full-time job. Now, the solution I have is Pack SEO ToolBox simplifies everything for you. So I'm going to dive into how each tool tackles a part of the puzzle. So one of the tools that we have on Pack ToolBox is the map magnet. So the map magnet is the problem that it solves, basically, if you're feeling lost in the local rankings. So if you search for a term, let's say dentist near me, right? And you need to read your map results, and you want to compare all the ranking with all the competition. There's a lot of data that you need to follow, like how many words, how many is the keyword that we're searching, is it in the H1 tag, is it in the H2 tag? So there's a lot of data ranking factor that you need. And Map Magnet, what it does, it place all of them for you at once. So it basically offers a clear action plan based on what's working right now. So at the end, when you see all the data, so it's something similar like this, what we see on the screen right here. So after like this business, we had, I believe this search was for a dentist near me, or dentist services. So all of these results are competition, basically the top 20. We have a big table that shows how many reviews, the proximity distance, because we have to put the actual location that we're searching from. So it will give you, because we all know proximity is the #1 ranking factor. So this way you'll see which one is closer to the search location and why they're ranking. And is the main keyword inside the title, inside the website URL? Is it inside the meta title, meta description? Is it the H1 tag, H2 tag? What's the main category? What's the subcategory? And then there's more info. So you get the point. You get all this information. And then in one button, you could create an action plan that you could give to your VA, or you personally work on it. So it's going to save you tons of time doing research and doing the optimization. So now the tool number one, which is a pretty famous tool I have, it's Auto Schema, and it's the only one in the market, honestly. The problem that it solved, it's if you're confused about schema markup and you don't know how to build not just a regular schema, a very technical good schema, this is the tool for you. So it's gonna it's gonna automate everything for you. So how Auto Schema helps? Auto Schema it auto generates SEO friendly schema markup. So no more guessing or hiring costly experts. So the tool, any of my tools, what you put, it's very minimum it's very minimal input that you have to put in it. So here you only put the place ID and the geo radius miles of the one that you cover. Let's say you covered 5 miles, you click 5 miles, and then you click on Data Detective Activate. What it does in less than a minute, you're going to have a complete local business schema that has all the cities, and you're going to have the link, the Google link for the city, and the Wikipedia link for each city, and it's going to list all the services, it's going to list all the entities on the business, and it's going to list all the services as well. So what this does, the reason we put the place ID, we're going to go to Google My Business, grab all the information from the name, address, phone number, location, everything else. So that's how it built it with minimum effort. Like any schema tool out there, you have to fill out a lot of forms, and it's going to take a lot of time to build it. With this, it's less than a minute. You'll have your technical schema. And Chris, if you have any questions, please, cut me off anytime.
Sure. Yeah, everybody, if you have questions, just drop them in the chat and we'll do them at the end.
Okay, thank you. So this is a visual. I also have, I'll share that I have freelocalseotools.com. This is one of the free tools available with no strict attached. You don't have to put your email or anything. It shows you visually how your schema looks, right? When you paste the schema. So this is the schema from Auto Schema from my Pack SEO ToolBox. And this section right here, it shows the entities. So this is all the entities from the SERPs. They're going to be inside your schema. And then I'm going to have the servicing cities. This is all the cities. We put 5 miles. So the radius miles, it's going to be listed for all the cities with the services. And then we have the review schema. And actually, that arrow is wrong. This should be from here. This is your GMB right here. And then we have the services listed. So it's a very complicated, big schema, but it does work, and it does help the proximity services, the proximity ranking on your GMB by itself, because it has all the entities, it has all the cities listed inside the schema. And it will be great if you mirror the service cities to your listings on the website and on the GMB as well.
Can you briefly explain what an entity is?
Sure. Entity is basically if I'm going camping, right? So we'll put camping on Google. So Google look at the word camping, but they want to see all the entities, which is what's related to the camping. So Google put the entities as for the camping, let's say tent, boots, fire pits, everything related to the camping. It's going to be those words are the entities for it, right? It's what's related to the main topic, right? If we saying coffee, we know that's okay. There's a mug, there's beans, there's everything. It's going to have a list of words of entities. That's how Google look at your website. They look at words and entities and how are they related to each other, right? And the way we build the entities here is basically scraping the main keyword that you search, and then going to scrape the top 10 results, take each website, and then pull all the entities from it, right? And then we're going to have a list of hundreds and hundreds of entities, but each entity is going to have a score based on relevancy and how many times it was listed on the top 10 results in the top 10 websites. And then we rank them in a way that we only put the top 20 or top 30 that you're missing in your schema or in your on your SERP. Hopefully that answered the question. I'm not really good at explaining, but hopefully that explained it.
No, that was great. I figured there might be some folks watching that don't know.
Sure.
So.
Thank you. Now, the third tool is the GeoCircle KML, and that's the one that I've been selling on Legiit for over than 5 years. And I'm not going to name the other website that I was there too. So this service, it gave me a lot of sales and connections in the industry, and one of them is Chris. That's how I start selling it on Legiit. So back then, we used to build the custom maps manually. So the problem it solved, if you're building custom maps manually or you hire a third-party company, this tool is going to create all the custom map and highlight your business. And what it does, it enhance your business local authority with ease. So you only fill out a quick form, and then we create that map, a KML file. You take that KML file and you upload it, and in less than 1 minute, you're going to have a similar map, custom map like this to what we see on the screen. Now, I have videos inside the tool, after you create those, what you need to do, how you do map embeds, and how to drive traffic to it to build your location authority. And it goes on the exact details that I do to build those KML files. So.
Right.
And it's going to look something like this, and you're going to have the business name, you list it, and then it's going to have couple fields that you need to fill out, and so easy to do. Now, the Entity Rank AI, this is another new tool that I did a few weeks ago. So what it does, we just talked about entities, right? So the problem that it solved, it's content not hitting the mark. So basically, you have content, but it doesn't include all the entities that you're trying to target, right? Or that your main keyword trying to target. So what this does, it analyzes the top ranking content and identifies what's missing in yours, and then it generates the content that designs to rank well. So yeah, and so it's something like this. You put the keyword, then you put the city name, and again, I try to focus locally. So you put, let's say, Chicago plumber, and you put your business name and your website URL, and then what it does, it's gonna get all those entities, and then we have an AI call for OpenAI, and then create that content for you. That covers all the entities. So, and then there's one is not, I'm so excited about this. I've been working on it for last week, actually. It's called the Email Sneak. It's not deployed yet, but it's going to be deployed by the end of the week, which is another tool that basically search for, if you need, like, let's say, plumbers to find emails for plumbers on Facebook. So that's what it does. It's going to scrape all the Facebook posts or profiles, and whoever has the emails, it's going to sneak that email, take that emails, and give you a list of them. You could do that for Twitter. You could do that for Instagram. You could do that for TikTok. You could do that for YouTube. It's a pretty great tool to get a really good emails. And I've been doing a couple texts right now. The replies rate, or the call to action rate on them, it's pretty high because it's more personal emails. They're not the business emails. So, and for today, this is the end. So basically, the coupon code that I have is Chris25 off. So I'm gonna share a different screen so I could show the tool if possible. Oh. Yep. So the price is $129. I don't know if you see my screen, but
hold on. There you go.
Yeah, it's $129 per month for all the tools and for any future tools that I'm gonna add. So right now we have 5. There's the 5th one. It's not deployed yet, but we're giving away the coupon Chris25 off, and you get 25% off of that price, basically. So
is that every month or the first month or?
this is actually all the time. It's only for new users. So any new user, yeah, it's gonna be lifetime, 25% off.
Okay.
Because I love you, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome.
All right, that was interesting. That was very informative. So thank you for that.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
What I'm gonna do is do this. That way we're both on the screen, but it's still there and people can see it. So I'm gonna go back and grab some questions. Let me go on. There was one all the way at the beginning. So let me scroll all the way up. Ultraviolet DJs, there's your free plug. Says, I was going to leave that on the screen. If you
I will. I'm just changing the.
Oh.
I should have did the window. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'll read this question.
Yeah.
By the way, you look like a dude from the Vampire Diaries, Ultraviolet DJs. There's a specific guy you look a lot like. Hey there, looking forward to hearing your tactics. I'm curious on what URLs you're building links to for GMBs to rank them higher. CID, short, long, etc. What works seems to change a bit.
What works seem to change.
He's asking, where do you send your links? To the CID link, to the website, to the...
I actually raw GMB linked. I tried the CAD, honestly. I tried all of those. It didn't give me a big difference. So I tried to build it through the regular GMB link.
So when you say the raw GMB link, you mean you go to the google.com/maps, put in
share
that business, and then just copy what's in the address bar?
The address bar, or click on the share and get the link. Right.
Okay. So he asked about that too. When you share, you can do a short or a long. Does it matter?
I do the short, and I mix them up. Actually, I put the short, and sometimes I grab it on top. So okay. My goal is to have it look as natural as possible as a regular user.
And the short always looks better. So
yes, true.
Okay. Let me scroll back and find some more questions. And guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them. But it can be related to what we talked about, to the tool, to anything, almost anything. Don't ask me how to get orders on Legiit, but anything other than that. Paul says restaurants have very low margins. You're 100% right. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense because, you know, even an expensive restaurant, you're looking at maybe a $300 ticket, right?
True. I mean, the profit margin is 10%.
Yeah.
Imagine. Not a lot of people know that. If your numbers are good.
I'd love to hear more about building a company and selling it. Very cool stuff. Okay, we can talk about that in a future stream. Let's see. Do you offer a white label? You can get his stuff through Legiit. It's was it rizikad.com?
I do have, for the people who doesn't want to get the subscription, most of that services are listed in Legiit. I have them on Legiit. So
okay, I'll get his link here in just a minute.
I can find it.
Somebody says, can you talk about the email scraper, the tool that you were just talking about that you're going to be putting out soon?
Yes, the email scraper. So let me show you here if I could get. Basically what it does, it's like, you know, if you click site : Facebook, and then quotation CEO, and then you put another quotation at gmail.com. So the Google will search. Okay, let me show you right here. I don't know. Here we go. So that's one of them. So if I put site, linkedin.com, roofers, Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail. So now we have from LinkedIn on the SERP, we do have emails. Those are personal emails for maybe a roofing company, right? So you could do that for LinkedIn, Facebook, what else? Twitter, and then what the tool does, it's gonna extract all of those emails for you and validate it, make sure it's correct, and it'll give it, you know, it doesn't have any error. It's gonna check the MX records, and then, you know, and then you could do your sequence email, your email marketing on it, whatever your marketing cold reach campaign you'd like to do. But it's very powerful because it's different scraping than any emails. It's not like it's available to anyone, but you'll be surprised. You'll find a lot of local deals. So I started doing roofers put the city name as well, and then you'll be able to see. Right now, we didn't see anything right here, but mostly Instagram could be. So right here, Instagram. So I did some of them that it has the city name, and it gave me local, like about 8 or 9 of them on the tool. So I know it's not a lot of emails, but if you get, let's say, roofers 9 emails, personal emails, you get a really good reply rates or call to action rate.
That's really cool. Be sure to follow whatever the laws are for cold emailing in wherever you live. Just
true.
Yeah, that, because if you don't, they're going to be you won't get in trouble most likely, but you'll get a lot of people that are angry.
Yeah, true.
Brian says, I've been using the Pack SEO program for almost 6 months now, and I'm in there at least 3 times a week. Well worth the money if you were using it correctly.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Yeah, Brian been one of the main people who sign up for a lifetime deal, I believe. So when we first launched, I used to sell it for $300 or $600 lifetime for all the tools that we saw here. And yeah, he's a great customer. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. Brouhaha66 says, I missed the beginning of the webinar. Is this being recorded? Yes, wherever you're watching this, looks like you're watching on YouTube. You'll be able to watch it in the future as well. There is his Legiit profile if you want to visit him there. Dale asks, what's the link and the code? Yeah, can you put that back on the screen, like the code? And
yeah, sure.
This is the URL. It's packtoolbox.com. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat again.
Not sure if it's visible right now.
Yeah. It is.
Okay. And the free tools is freelocal.seo-tools.com. This is the one.
You want to show us that while we're here?
Yeah, absolutely. So the free tools. So here's the freelocal.seo-tools.com. And so when you get here, there's multiple free tools. So the first one is the locality lookup. So basically what it does, you put the coordinates, the latitude and longitude, and you put how many miles, 10 miles. And what is it going to do? It's going to give you all the point of interest and the cities around it with the Wikipedia link and the city centroid. So what you could use with this, if you're manually building a website and you need to cover all the 10-mile cities around it, you go from here and you would be able to get all the cities. And it's going to have more point of interest. Right now, it has the schools and libraries. So that's more, maybe you could create in content. You could copy this and create a content on from your favorite AI content creator. And then the entity scope. This is different than the entity that we use on the tool itself because this is all AI based, but it's still good actually. So if we put a URL, let's say we choose this website and we get extract entities. So right now it's going to give you all the entities that you have for that business, the cities, the business, the occupation, the services. So that's what the entity scope that it does. Geotag proximity. This is, when you geotag an image on the website and all the tools out there to geotag images, they use the same exact coordinates on all of them, right? With this tool, it's going to be randomly choosing a 5-mile radius for, let's say you put 100 or 50 pictures. So it's going to geotag all of them, but randomly around the business. So it makes it look natural, right? That's the geotag proximity. And then we have the schema visualizer. You paste the schema right here, and then you'll see visually how it looks and how it's organized.
Awesome. Yeah, that's some great value for free or even for paid. So
yeah, I mean the goal of it is basically see the free stuff here, and they could
Of course, you don't have to tell the marketing stuff. Everyone knows that, and nobody.
Everybody knows that. But yeah, I'm trying to show value, give, and then ask.
Yash says, can you please show something about custom maps, Google My Maps, like how to create it or process? That would be kind of its whole thing, but can you briefly talk about what that is?
I mean, basically it's just the form. I don't know if I could go over it in here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a topic of its own, but
yeah, it's a long one.
Yeah,
but it's going to automate it for you in a way that you don't have to go on manually create each pinpoint, right? So you put the business name, the keywords, and you click generate. It's going to give you a KML file, download it, upload it to your My Map, custom maps, and then there's few things after that you need to do on it to be able to get some higher location authority for the business, and that's included in the tool itself. But what the tool does is saving you time and creating those maps in less than a minute.
Wonderful. And just for those of you wondering, I'm not being rude and playing them on my phone. I was getting this on Instagram as well.
Thank you.
Kyle says, I use the geo tag proximity all of the time for images before putting them on a city plus service page.
Nice.
Is that how you use them as well? Or?
Yes, I used it a couple of times, but to be honest, it was the tool itself. It was from somebody who was in the group. He was asking about it, and his name is Paul Aswad. I have credited him here in my Facebook group. And I honestly didn't do case studies for it. So Kyle, it would be great if you have any case studies that you could share with me. That would be great. Because I personally, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I did it in a couple customers, but I didn't follow up. And, you know, if I want to test it, it has to be tested. This one has to be tested by itself. So
right.
Without doing
it's very hard to do single variable tests in SEO in general, but for maps.
I agree 100%. I
actually, like, not to get off on a rant, but I'm actually not a big fan of those because you can't do a true single variable test in SEO because you don't control the environment.
I agree 100% because I look at it as a puzzle. Sometimes you need to complete that puzzle. There's a piece that needs to be completed. Sometimes you do that piece, but it doesn't move the needle, but then you finish something else that it's related to this one, and then it moved the needle. So
exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people will dismiss a technique because they did it and it didn't itself make a difference. And it's like, it's more of a tapestry than it is a single thread. That's a good analogy. I'm going to keep that one.
Here we go.
Jason says, how do you find the longitude and latitude? This is a great tool.
On which tool? I
think he was talking about the first one there, the locality lookup.
I mean, every tool, I don't know if they still see my screen.
Yeah, they do.
So right here, in all the tools, wherever we need to put the latitude and the longitude, you're going to click on the Google Maps right here. So it takes you to the Google Maps, but I'm going to put it right here. So it's going to take you here, right? And then if you need to anywhere on the map that you need to have a point, let's say right here, you right click and you get and you copy. I don't know if that showed. Yeah, that showed. Yeah. So that's how you copy the coordinates, basically. Yeah.
You can also get them from the URL bar.
Absolutely. Yes, you could get them from the URL bar. I mean, there's a lot of plugins as well, but I find it easier if I'm working on here and just, I want, different search location or stuff like that.
Dale asks, what is the promotion code?
It is, 1 second. Where did it? It's Chris 25 off.
Okay. Can you just put that back on the screen?
Yep. I'm going to put it right. No.
All right, cool. You mentioned your Facebook group. Can you want to see what that's called? Tell us what that's called and how people can check it out.
Yes, absolutely. So it's Facebook map. I'm just trying to type it right here.
I put the URL in there, but it's not like a short URL. It's just a bunch.
It's Pack SEO. That's the name of it. It's Pack SEO.
So what you're going to do is search on Facebook for Map Pack SEO group. It's a great group. All right, let's see. Jason says, got it. Kyle says, Chris 25 off. Thank you, Kyle. Yash says, today I came across many things regarding custom map, Google My Map. Many people saying they did it or bought the service. An electrician is ranking for roofing all over and many negatives. So, not sure what the... Also, few positive, but the number was few. I've seen many of them sell service. Also, it looks fancy, so buyers are more obsessed. I think what you're asking is, do the circles work on their own? And the answer is not really. It's like we were just saying, that there's not a single thing that works. It's a part of an overall strategy. And the reason that those people think that it doesn't work is because they don't understand the way SEO actually works. Is that they don't understand that it takes that multiple things, that individual things may not matter, but when put together, they work together. And this will not be, now, like Robbie said at the very beginning, it used to work like magic. Now it requires, you have to do some extra things, and it works. So can you just elaborate on that? Because I knew it was going to come up because people love to dunk on this technique more than others for some reason.
Yeah, especially with this, especially with the custom maps as well. So, I mean, again, the goal of it is to build some kind of location authority, right? It's not about the map itself, when you build it. It's about how you're gonna embed it and how you're gonna make Google look at it as link it to your GMB, right? So there's no tier 1 links on there. There's a few things that I mentioned inside the videos and the tool that, it's not connected directly to your website as on the map embeds when you do the map embeds. But the center point of that custom map is your location, your GMB, right? And then so you want to build authority for that link itself, and then it's going to rank higher. Now, there's some negative. Sometimes it happens when it's a user fault. If they use embedded and they put direct links and from a really cheap map embeds in not niche embeds, and that's going to affect it in a bad way. So because it's not a good embed. That's how, not the map itself affected. It's what you do with the map that would do the work actually.
There's a SEO influencer that's doing a build in public Google local SEO thing, and he bought, it wasn't yours, but he bought a similar service on Legiit, and he was kind of shitting on it after he got the delivery, saying this isn't going to work, this isn't going to work. He's just reselling a Fiverr service and so on. And then a couple videos later, he says, I hate to admit it, but this worked. So it does work, even from the people that say that it don't.
I'm not going to put a big claim, Chris, but I actually started this in 2018, like the whole thing on a different platform, and it was basically giving data for the map, because it used to Google used to scrape it or index it quicker, and that's why you get more data for the map. And actually, it was from somebody in Google Maps that actually released that in the beginning when it first started. So that's why we used to do it. I used to, if you remember, I used to give guarantee on ranking, and one of the tasks that I used to do, it was this one, and it used to work like 70% of the time, like boom. So I'm like, if it works 70% of the time, I'm gonna take that that guarantee. And
yeah, but for whatever reason, like this technique makes people really angry. I don't know if you see that in Facebook.
Because it looks spammy.
Yeah,
it looks spammy. It looks spammy, and it was they overdoing it on they're all over Fiverr, all over. Yeah. It's just like, and some people, they're not doing it well, but on Legiit, they're legit. So that's even their competition of mine, but they're all doing it correctly on Legiit.
Facebook user says, doesn't Google strip off the geotags within the map section? Can you download a picture from maps that has the geotag still attached? I'm going to answer this my way, and then I'm going to hand it over to you as well. When you upload a picture and then you download what you believe to be that same picture, you're not downloading the same picture anymore, because what you're doing is downloading the version that was uploaded. That's a bit technical. I'm not explaining it well, but even though it feels like it's the same file, it's not. Once it's uploaded to there, you're downloading it from their CDN, Content Delivery Network, which in Google's case is not Cloudflare, but Cloudflare is an example of something like that. So you're not actually downloading the same file. You can see this on Facebook too. If you upload a file with a certain file name and then you download that file, meaning a picture, it'll have a different name. And that's the same thing that's going to happen with Google. So that's why people that don't understand, again, I hate to sound like an elitist asshole today, but that's why people that don't understand this make claims like geotagging isn't recognized. Now, whether it has an impact on ranking or not is up for debate. I believe that it does. And it also helps with Google image SEO, by the way, if you're trying to show up for like a picture of a hotel in Myrtle Beach, geotagging will definitely make a big difference. But it's another thing that used to be a real game changer for Google Maps. It no longer is, but it does have an impact, in my opinion, when combined with everything else that you do. So what's your opinion on that?
I mean, I agree with you, especially, I mean, to prove it, even the URL of the map changes when you go to it. There's a different URL, and then Google changed it after a second. So that tells you they change a lot of when it's on their servers, they do change it. And but I believe I was talking the geotags on the actual website itself. So it's not just on the maps, it's on the website itself. So when you're targeting city plus service and you geotag those images, you upload it, as Kyle mentioned in a few, that's how Google scrape it and index it, basically, or basically get the information of it. Even though they might strip it, as you say, but they still get the information. So they get it.
Yep. And by the way, you can geotag images on the Legiit dashboard and set all the other meta information on your images as well. So just a little plug for myself there. How do you tackle with proximity, like ranking in 5 mile radius, though other business has good review and based on that particular area? Also tell what do you follow for proximity? I'm not sure I follow that. Do you get that?
I mean, basically, he's asking about the proximity, how to tackle it, basically, right? I mean, it's multiple steps for me. It starts with the auto schema that I have because it lists all the cities, right? So what's proximity? Proximity, basically, Google need to see the data or the cities that people are searching from to be able to get that. If you are in Chicago and your business in Chicago and somebody in Chicago searching for your services, you need to have content on your website for Chicago, right? Maybe you have that your service plus Chicago, and then auto schema will list all those cities with all the services. So you have them in the auto schema. That's step one. Step two, building your silo structure, which is, creating map. I have it on my tool, BlogStorm. That's the other tool that I didn't get a chance to mention, but that's the BlogStorm.ai. This is the AI content creation. Maybe we could do a different call for this. But the second mode is basically creating all these pages. And I do have a service on Legiit for this. If you don't want to subscribe on here, but it has it create the service area page, the city pages, and the service city page for each of the cities. So you put on your services and the cities, and then it will mass generate all of those. They're not mass pages that we are used to because it's not a repetitive content between all of the pages. They're all different AI call for each page, and it have interlinks between all of them, as we see right here on this image. So that helps a lot with the proximity. That's how I do it, actually, and it's getting really good results.
Excellent. Dale says, I signed up, but I still need access to the software. I did get access to school. You have the support that can help you with that?
Still need access to. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dial. The only way to we need the Gmail or a workspace to be able to access the tool. So please send me a link. If you have my Facebook, just send me the email, or you could reach out to the email. Let me put the email here. You could reach out. Oh, can I type something here? Or
yeah, you can type in the comments.
Join. Hello. Oh, I have to connect my and I'm not logged in. I'm sorry. So we could use hello@rizikadvertising.com. That's the email. Or you could reach out to me on Facebook. In the tool itself, honestly, let me see. Yeah, on the tool itself, on the bottom, you have contact us right here. So if you contact me right here, give me your GMB link or your workspace, I would update your account so you'd be able to log in. So I'd only log in with Google for now.
You need to update your copyright date.
Uh-oh.
I always look at that.
Yeah, it was actually, yeah. I did that. I changed it, but it's 2 places. It's actually changed here, but not here. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. We're about out of time. That was very informative. I hope everyone enjoyed that. If you have any, please let Rabih know if you enjoyed that, and check out the tool. Can you tell us again what the code was?
The code is chris25off.com. I'm going to put it on the screen. .com, and it's not .com. I didn't have enough coffee this morning, so here we go.
Jason says good stuff. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
So it's mappacktoolbox.com, and it's Chris25 off. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that, so don't think that I'm promoting it just to get some money, because I don't need the money. And,
Thank you.
It's just I want to bring value to people. I know that's a cliche, but it's true.
No,
and like I said, the other upside is that there's less work for me to do when I bring on good guests like this. So
thank you. Appreciate it.
Always good too. Danny says, is the software cloud-based?
As a software cloud-based.
He's asking, do you download it to your computer or is it in a web browser?
Oh no, it's a web browser. It's on, yeah. It's
a SaaS, software as a service.
SaaS software.
Yeah. Does BlogStorm create only posts or pages as well?
There's 2 modes. There's it creates pages. The posts, there's 2 modes. The local SEO mode is actually pages, which is this one, all the services and the city, those all pages. And then the people also ask mode, which basically scrape under a keyword all the PAA questions, and then create a blog for each one, and then create the AI image with internal link, outbound link, SEO optimize, all of that. All of these are post pages.
Okay, cool. Scott, who is not related to me, says, I arrived late. This looks interesting. Thanks. Thank you, Scott. Somebody says, what is the link to your Legiit services? I'll drop that in the chat and then put it on the screen. It's legiit.com/rizikad.com. So there's that. I'll actually go ahead and show that on the screen, because I haven't shown Legiit in this stream. Yeah. Oh, well, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah. He has it in dark mode.
Man, I love the dark mode, but everything for me is the dark mode. But actually, a lot of the services, they don't.
Yeah, no,
we're optimize it.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to make that something that's not a problem, because like people will put like black text rather than like no text color, and then we haven't quite solved that yet, but yeah. But anyway, that's his profile. He's got a few different services that you can check out. It's been with us since, what's it say there, February 2018, which was when we launched. Yes. So I don't know if it's exactly day 1, but month 1 at least.
Yeah, I don't think I came from your YouTube, man. I was a big follower of your YouTube channel.
You hear what he just said? He came from YouTube. Those of you that ask me how to grow your business and get clients and stuff, I've been screaming for years that you need to be on YouTube. There's literally just proof. We didn't even plan that, but so get on YouTube. I know some of you are afraid to be on camera. Suck it up and get over your fear. You think I'm a naturally outgoing person? I'm not. Like I still get nervous every single time I do one of these, and I think I come across quite well. So just do it.
I try, man. I'm thinking, I'm learning a lot from you. So I'm trying to grow my channel as well. So.
I mean, I have a relatively small channel, like 20,000 subscribers. It's not that much, but it generates me so much business and so much branding and so much goodwill. Yeah, it's absolutely worth it. So those
I
of
have
you that
700 subscribers and get sometimes leads from it. So.
Yeah, I have videos from 2016. I still get leads from.
Wow.
And that's the only social media channel that's true for, because everything else, the content, it doesn't technically disappear, but it more or less disappears.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, that's enough of me on that. One last question, and then we're going to wrap up. It is from Yash, schema on homepage. Also, on what all pages do you add schema?
I personally, for the local businesses, I only add it on the homepage that cover all the pages. Now, if they have different locations, right? I actually do a department schema. So I add it as a department and as a department location, separate one. So, so to answer your question, I put it on the homepage only. I don't put it on the city
For
page.
the homepage, do you do organization schema?
Yeah, it's an organization with local organization review and the local business schema together.
Okay. So you don't do like on blog pages, you don't do like article or whatever it's called?
We do that the articles, yes. But if it's for the local business by itself, I do. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, Yash, if you're interested in schema, go back and check the video I did with Terry Samuels. He's very, very good at schema. He's ranked pages with nothing but schema. So
yeah, he's really good at it.
All right. I think that's going to do it. Anything else you want to cover before we head out?
No, I just want to thank you, and thanks for everybody took the time and join us today. And, you know, again, if you guys have any questions or concerns, or you would like to try the tools, just hit me up.
Wonderful. And like I say, I think it was Kyle won some merch and a free account. So, or whatever it was. So congratulations, Kyle. Programming notes. I will be back on Thursday with Lizzie and Rosani, who's been running my LinkedIn since 2021. And he's going to talk about growing your business on LinkedIn. And he called it a LinkedIn 360. So that's going to be a lot of fun. He's a really smart guy. I've worked with him on a lot of other projects as well. So, and he's maybe one of the lesser known folks that I've had on, but that's kind of one of the things I'm trying to do is balance industry, like well-known, like, I don't know what the right term is, but like influencers or people that know, but also maybe some people you haven't heard of, but you can still benefit from. So that will be on, I don't quote me on this, but I believe at 1 Eastern on Thursday, the 11th. So be on the lookout for that. Anything else you want to say, Rabih?
No, that's good. Just thank you again for having me, Chris, and looking forward to another ones.
All right. Everyone that was here, I want to thank you for your time today. I know that you had the option to be anywhere in the world and you chose to spend your time here with us. That's not something I will ever take for granted, and it's something I will always appreciate. So thank you for that. And last but not least, figure out which one out of life and go out and get it, because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the world. I'll see you in a couple of days. Peace.